Hi legends, hope you're all having a great day. Let's analyze the price of Bitcoin here together. The first thing I wanted to point out over here is that we do have a new moon that printed over here. So that could put a little bit of selling pressure on the price of Bitcoin. But then we also have to acknowledge that this full moon or bull moon didn't really work out the way that we expected. I mean, we got a little bit of pumpy action here to the upside, and then we just have a massive correction here to the downside, going completely against this moon. And then almost reclaiming that level, but not quite just as yet. So basically ending up exactly where price started when this bull moon printed over here. Okay, so just wanted to point this out that we do have a selling pressure moon over here, which is referred to as the bear moon, that could put a little bit of selling pressure on the price of Bitcoin. But we also have to acknowledge that this can play out where we have momentum here to the downside, and then we come and claim the liquidity above these highs. I mean, it happened over here, so we definitely just can't rule that out for now. Right, legends, like I said, I'm not feeling 100% just as yet, but I'm trying to give you the best and simplest analysis that I do see here on the price of Bitcoin, and keeping it very simple over here. These are the levels that I'm watching. Okay, so if I take a fib from the low to the high, okay, now I'm starting to look for areas of confluence, is to say that, well, if this is a deeper correction here to the downside, where it could be an A, B, C here to the downside. I spoke about this range low strategy yesterday, okay, also in confluence with the 50% fib level, and we also have a naked point of control inside of this area. That is also in alignment with, if I take a fib expansion from the high to this low to the high, you can see that the 1-to-1 ratio is also inside of this area, which is a C wave target. If this is an A, B, C here to the downside, it would be nice to see how price reacts in this area, which will also bounce here on the trend. So we do have a lot of confirmation and confluences over here, where we have a C wave target, we're bouncing on the trend, we have the 1-to-1 ratio from a C wave perspective, and the 50% fib level. We also have the range low strategy over here. Okay, right legends, so if we do find further continuation here to the downside, this is definitely an area of interest for me to see how does price react over here. Okay, do we get those nice SFPs? Do we get a slowdown? And do we start making higher lows with bullish CVD? Because I'm already seeing some bullish CVD where price is at the moment, and between these pivots as well, specifically on yellow. So when I look at CVD, right, you can see higher price action, lower low on yellow. Okay, so I mean, I need to use my straight line over here, right? But not on blue just as yet. Okay, blue still has a ways to go, right? I would like to see preferably a double confirmation. So if we can get a little bit more downwards momentum over here, right, here by the 50% fib level in confluence with that point of control, perhaps we will start seeing some bullish CVD on blue as well. Then we have a double confirmation, okay, both on blue and on yellow, that could give us that bounce here to the upside to come and claim this high again. Right, so that's basically the game plan that I'm looking at for right now. But legends, I also want to stress, although this looks like a high confluence area where we could get the bounce, we are here kissing the 0.382 as well. So it's definitely a possibility that if this is a 1, 2, 3 to the upside, and we're busy with a fourth wave, okay, here to the downside, the 382 is also a very common fourth wave target. So there's a possibility that we could front run this level, okay, to get a bounce here to the upside, front running everyone that's expecting this beautiful bounce in this area. The other thing that I'm looking at over here, legends, is to say that, well, we have to acknowledge that the 1-to-1 ratio from this fib perspective, let me just take this out the way, the 1-to-1 ratio from the C wave target A, B, C is here by the 1-to-1. It's the 1.236, and it's also the 1.618. So there's definitely a possibility that we can come down lower before we see the bounce. Okay, so just looking for areas of confluence, you can see that the 1-to-1 ratio, or the 1.618 ratio, is in confluence with the 0.618. Okay, and in confluence with the highs over here that can provide support. And for bullish momentum to remain to the upside, if we still have a chance to go and claim the all-time highs, looking at this structure over here, I really don't want to see us lose the 786. Okay, all right, which is the 786 has confluence with the daily level here as well. If we're going to start dancing around here by the 0.88, it increases probabilities, okay, that any move away is corrective, or we could just fall down from here and come and claim the liquidity below the lows over here. Right, so this is kind of what I'm looking at the moment, legends. From a shorting perspective, if we do get a bounce, right, it looks like we are holding, for now, it looks like we're holding the 382, which can be a third wave, a fourth wave, ABC, and we're going to come and claim the liquidity above here and then fall down, where this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely a possibility. The good news is, okay, there's some good and bad news that I see over here. If we bounce here and we start getting upwards momentum, there's a higher probability that we're most likely going to get rejected in this area and find our way down again. Okay, because this thing is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the impulse is finished, right? And then we're going to find a deeper correction, A, B, C, and we'll just have to go and measure that levels when we get there. If we are building an impulse here to the upside, then a deeper correction is definitely in order. So if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and this is wave 1, right, and this is a larger ABC correction here to the downside, and especially if we start losing the 50% fib level and we come and tap here the 1.618, and we do get a reaction here, okay? We want to see the reaction. We want to see price slowing down. We're looking for those double bottoms, triple bottoms over here. We want to see find support and not getting acceptance back below the 1.618. Then this could be a larger third wave here to the upside that can smash this liquidity and even find support for continuation to the upside. So both scenarios still has a bullish chance here to the upside. Right, obviously, like I've explained, legends, losing the 786 level over here and start dancing around at the 0.88 means that it could be a corrective structure here to the upside, making a lower high, and we find continuation to the downside, or we don't even do this, we just fall down from where we are. Okay, so these are the high probable setups that I'm watching here at the moment. Okay, so also if we do find upwards momentum from where we are right now, I will definitely be keeping an eye on this liquidity zone above these highs over here, okay? Definitely be keeping an eye on this liquidity zone. We have a naked point of control inside of this area, but it does feel like, legends, it does feel like if we're going to find the strength to come and claim this high and even go higher, it makes sense to go grab the liquidity and not SFP from this naked point of control. You are so close, the market makers might as well just say, let's grab the liquidity, and if you see weakness and acceptance back below these levels, that's definitely a short ticket for me here to the downside. Okay, from a bullish perspective, if we break through and flip it into support and we start consolidating, then it's game on. We could still find upwards momentum. Right, legends, that is basically what I'm seeing here on the price of Bitcoin, keeping it simple. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm also going to post this video on YouTube because, yeah, I'm just really not feeling well. My eyes are bloodshot. I didn't have great sleep last night with cold fever, so I'm really just trying to recover. So what I'll do is I'll post this as a YouTube update as well. And have a great day, legends. Until the next one, cheers for now.